Welcome to Sports Today. I am Gargi Raut, and while you were catching on some important sleep, a lot happened in the world of sports. But I am here to help you catch on with the morning wrap. To begin with, during the whole debacle of the PCB, ICC and BCCI war for the World Cup and the World Cup venues, PCB has now written a letter to the Pakistan government asking for clearance for visiting India. To begin with, during the Asia Cup, PCB had proposed a hybrid model which BCCI has accepted as of now, but PCB is coming in with new conditions for the World Cup, saying that they will not consider visiting a few of the venues, one being Mumbai and the other being Ahmedabad. But now, since ICC and the BCCI of course has requested PCB to ask for clearance for the government for the Pakistan team to visit India, PCB has now written a letter for the same. The board is seeking advice on travel guidelines in the letter, and if there are any reservations for the 5 venues, a possible security personnel will also be coming in to check whether or not there are any security threats at Ahmedabad. For the second news of the morning wrap, Wanindu Hasranga has been reprimanded by the ICC. In the World Cup qualifier against Netherlands, Wanindu was reprimanded for breaching the ICC code of conduct. He was reprimanded for abuse of cricket equipment. In the qualifier for the World Cup against Netherlands, Wanindu Hasranga was visibly upset over him being dismissed, after which he threw his bat at the boundary line in a very aggressive manner, for which now the ICC has reprimanded Wanindu Hasranga, and not only that, ICC has also added 1 demerit point to his overall disciplinary record, since it's his second offence in 24 months. Day 3 of the Ashes Test match, of the second Ashes Test match at Lord's, Nathan Lyon is furious over Kevin Pietersen's concussion comments. What happened was, Nathan Lyon, who was injured at day 2 of the Ashes Test, hobbled out to bat on day 3 to save his team from being a team man. He came out to bat with a strained calf. Nathan Lyon was furious over what Kevin Pietersen commented as Nathan Lyon was walking out to bat. Kevin Pietersen said something on the lines of that Australia sent out Nathan Lyon to bat so he could get hit on his head and get Todd Murphy in as a concussion replacement. Nathan Lyon found the comment incredibly insensitive and said, and I quote, "I have heard comments that people thought I went out there to get hit in the head, and I'm really against that because I've lost one of my mates due to being hit in the head." So I think that's a really poor excuse of our conversation being had. Of course, Nathan Lyon is not in the wrong here, because it is what Kevin Pietersen said was not easily excusable because he was joking around of Nathan being hit in the head and getting a concussion and bringing Todd Murphy possibly in as a replacement for his concussion, which is not something you should be discussing because it has happened. Philip Hughes, if you remember, was a victim of getting hit in the head and lost his life in that fatal incident. Moving on to football, Cesc Fabregas has announced his retirement from soccer. The former Barcelona, Arsenal and Spain midfielder Cesc Fabregas has announced his retirement, and the 2010 World Cup winner made the announcement on Twitter nearly 20 years after making his debut for Arsenal as a 16-year-old, and he is now 1 year into a 2-year contract with the Italian second division team Como, but now he has announced his retirement. It was an incredibly sad day yesterday for the world of motorsport, as Delano Van 't Hoff lost his life while racing at Spa. A lot of people and the F1 fraternity in particular called for change after a call for change at the Spa circuit, because this is the second incident that has resulted in someone's death while racing in the past 2 years. Antoine Hubert was the last person who had died at the same track and around the same corner that Delano Van 't Hoff lost his life. Delano was only 8 years old and had a huge career in front of him, but now the F1 fraternity is calling for a change since 2 deaths have come from the same circuit, since Antoine Hubert too lost his life at the same track. Spa, which is the track, is known for its waterlogging problem, and the race still went on despite heavy rain, causing a fatal multi-car crash. Max Verstappen and Lance Stroll too spoke about it, and Stroll said that the incident was unfair and the corner where Delano and Antoine Hubert, both of them crashed, needs to change, whereas Max Verstappen said that it was easy to blame the track, but drivers need protection and the race was unnecessary under those conditions. Keeping up with Formula 1, Toto Wolff has accused Max Verstappen of revenge foul. During the sprint shootout sessions, Max took a comfortable pole, but the fate was different for Lewis Hamilton. In the shootout, Lewis had one last flying lap, and already midway through it, when Lewis was warned through radio that Max Verstappen is fast approaching, soon Lewis found Max right behind him, or better yet trying to overtake him, which ruined Lewis's flying lap. But Toto Wolff was furious over the incident and has accused Max of taking revenge over what happened in the earlier qualifying session. Toto is also furious that stewards did not take notice of the incident, but he has stated that he will be bringing it up in the next driver's briefing in the British Grand Prix. That is it for the morning wrap today. Keep watching Sports Today. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and download the SportsTak app.